Well, hello everyone. It's me, Daniel with Website Candy, and today what I want to do is I want to show you guys how to quickly change the hair color in Photoshop. So let's go ahead and get started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to my adjustment layers and I'm going to pop that open there, and I see right here that I have an option in reference to selective colors. So right over here in the selective colors, this is a powerful adjustment layer that gets overlooked in Photoshop all the time. So what I'm going to do is make sure that I'm here on the red channel here by default. If you don't have this by default, what you can do is you can just click that there. You can go to your red channel there, and right here in reference to the cyans, I'm just going to kind of just bump this up a little bit just to see what happens here in reference to my effect. Then I'm gonna go over here to my magentas, and I'm gonna bring my magenta down a little bit just to kind of see what happens here. And you notice that the hair is starting to drastically change when I get around here to about 29. So I see that magenta right here is making a really big difference. We could stop there and kick it out, but you notice that the hair has the yellow tint right there to it. So what I want to do is I want to kind of remove that yellow tint there. So as I slide to the left here, you notice that I'm starting to slide in the negative there, and I can kind of slide down to get an adjustment that we're looking for, but you just want to be careful not to make sure that you do not overdo it. So the last thing I'm going to do is we have a lot of blacks that's kind of jumping out there. I just want to take that black adjustment layer right there, and I just want to pull that down just to smidge it there, because the blacks, are kind of like the highlights in reference to the brown hair now. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that I get the exact numbers that I truly desire. So I'm going to change this 24 to a 26, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I change the cyans right here from a 37 to a 31. So now that we have the exact colors that I truly desire in reference to my slide adjustments, we can preview, and you can see where it's red, and then over here you can see where it's gone to brown. But if you pay attention to her face area right here, you can see that the lipstick really pops right here. However, right here you can see where I kind of desaturated it, because these adjustment layers right here, the magentas, the yellows, the blacks, and the cyans, are a part of her skin tone as well. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and collapse that down there, and I want to go ahead and hit my B key and have my brush tool. Always remember, number one rule in Photoshop: black hides and white reveals. So right here on this adjustment layer, the selective color right here, I want to just go ahead and make sure I paint with the black color there and make sure that my flow is 100% there. And you notice that the lipstick starts to come back. You notice that her skin tone and her chest area starts to come back immediately when I start painting there on that layer mask. Now don't necessarily worry about getting too close to the edge here, because we're going to do a little special trick here to make sure that we don't mess up the hair that we adjusted from red to brown. So now what I want to do is I want to take my flow and I want to bring my flow down to about half that or so. So I'm going to leave it about 40 there, and when I get over here by the hair, you'll notice that the flow is not going to get too deep into the hair there. And when I go ahead and start to color here a little bit, you can see the red starting to come back just a little bit. So I can actually hit the X key to go over to the white adjustment layer right there, and I can kind of bring that back a little bit right there, hit my X key again to go back to black there, and paint with the black there. I'm gonna hit the X key, get that little string of hair, put it back to brown, and then I'm gonna hit my X key again to go back to black and stay out of the hair there. Now in this little area, I'm gonna bring my flow down even more, about to 9%, and when I color over top of that hair there, you notice that it's gonna stay brown versus red, and we're not really gonna affect the reds in the hair versus the browns there. So let's go ahead and look at a preview of before. Here's the red, here's the lipstick. Pay attention to the lipstick and the eyes there, the blue in the eyes there. And here it is right here after we get through doing everything that we do in Photoshop to make this hair brown versus red there. Red, here they are right here with the brown. So if you want to see me go a little further with this, and you want to see me change your hair to possibly like a black color or even a gray color, let me know, and I will do everything I possibly can to get that tutorial out to you as fast as possible. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate your support. Goodbye now.